Hi traders. On Tuesday I got my first short webinar on a 2014 plan and how I'm seeing the markets into particularly the early part of 2014. Do join me because it's a very, very interesting level coming up, which I have got my eyes well and truly fixed on, and so join me on Tuesday evening and I will let you in on my thoughts for this. So I think there's a really nice setup coming up on this. In the meantime, I think we are stuck in this little apex here, so I think at the moment I would see 940 getting bought. I think we'll probably play around in this apex for a while, and whichever way we break out of that could be very telling. But I do think I've still got my eyes on the extension up here. Oops, no I haven't. I don't think it's going to go that far. I do think these pivot levels up here could get hit on the back of this. So, if we can broken up through the trend line, popped underneath it, broken above, closed above it, if we can sit on this trend line in the early part of next week, I think these levels up here might be tested. At which point, I think life will get very, very interesting. Okay, well, I mean, we could get up here on this 127 extension. Yeah, why not? Absolutely, why not? This is a big bold bar off this fib level here. So, let's respect the fibs and let's see if we can close above these highs. Then 16,500 is possible. Okay, so I'm short-term bullish on the Dow. Let's look at let's take a quick look at the Nikkei. So Nikkei had this resistance, or has this resistance up here, and we have had that move up there. We came down below it, we closed above it now. So if we can sit here and then retest the highs, again that one can get very interesting. So I'm looking for this Nikkei to wiggle, fall back there, and then go back and retest these highs up here. And what's that mean for the dollar? Well, the euro had a really strong push. Two big days last week. We had a little hammer on the fib level. We closed higher, and we've got a lot of resistance up here at 138. So at the moment, all pullbacks are to be bought. We're 80% territory on this chart here. Close. So if we can hold, if we can pull back to 13670 and hold, then I think we could move back to 138. Aussie. What do I think of the Aussie? We have, what have we got? Let's tick the boxes. We've got one box down here in regard divergent RSI. We've got two higher closes. So this is the case for the bull so far. We've got a close above support, so that's 3. And right, case for the bears. I know you can't see moving averages on here. So we've got, let's write this down. So on the bulls, bulls have 3 things going for it, 3 signals. The bears, in the meantime, have a chart that does not close above the ATMA. That's crucial to me. We have all of the main moving averages bending down. Got 200 bending down over here, 50 bending down over here, and of course the 8 we've not closed above. So we've got 80 EMA and moving averages up here above us. Every time you go long on a chart on a market with moving averages above you, you are limiting your potential for success. So I think what is likely to happen is I think we might see a push into this fib level here, at which point we could do a repeat of this. We could shuffle along, get a little higher, and then maybe even poke above here, and then roll over. Okay, so what I would look for is I'd love this Aussie dollar to retest this area here, at which point I would look for reversal signals, either a simple star, or I would look for this kind of situation. I would look for a move up, a close below, we open up here and a close down here, a cloud, might short the pullback, and then see if I can get a drop down to 89 or lower on the Aussie US dollar. The pound Aussie dollar has been phenomenal. That is just sitting on the 80 EMA. It got very extended on Wednesday, came down to sit on the EMA on Friday. And we've got very high RSI up here. Now this one is capable, this is a beautiful chart. We had a huge, almost straight line up here. And we got an exhaustion move. Then we start flipping around in a box. And what do? The lows of the box get bought, and then it runs up again. This was resistance, that became support. So after it gets a little tied up here, wiggles down to this major support, and then starts to break up again. So where do I think this is going to go next? I think I would love to see this price here. I'd love to see 175. And I think we might break out of that and come down there. Is that tradable? All the time that's holding 8 EMA, I think that is dodgy. If we break that low, break the low of that week, then I think that will come down. But if you look back at this chart over here, we had 3, 4 or 5 even RSI, high RSI set levels up here. So this is what I'm looking for a repeat of this over here. I mean, ideally, the low of this area here will be this 175. I'm going to do nothing with that apart from set alarm 175. To cut a long story short, I want to look for that price level there. Okay, right, what else have we got? Let's look at oil. I think oil will get slightly higher. I think we might just poke above this level here, maybe even retest 100, and then potentially roll over. RSI is getting pretty high. Our volume is low up here. We're struggling. So I would be very careful. What might happen here is we've got the 8 EMA creeping across. We might come down and just test the 8 EMA and then at least push for 100, possibly even break higher. So I would be interested in this lower level. And that lower level is 95.70. Yeah, that's that. So short term, I think what's happened here is this was resistance. We bust up through resistance. I think we need to come back and test it, and then I think we might get another wiggle. The case for the bulls is good, and that's potentially wave 1. Pull back to this area here, possibly as low as 95, could create wave 2. So be patient and wait for that pullback. Alright, what else can I show you? Let me show you the FTSE, and then I'll show you the DAX. Alright, this FTSE is good. We had a new low in the run and an immediate close above. So that is a pullback to 65.42 to see if we can retest this area here. On the DAX, this is similar to the Dow, of course, as you'd expect. Major support level, stopping bar, close above. So I would expect that to potentially go and test 93.50 area. Right, so short term I'm bullish on the Dow. I am looking for, I'm going to be patient on the pound, see if this 163 is going to hold, otherwise look for a retest of 162 200 or 250 area. The Euro Yen is looking really good, so I'm going to have to pull back at 140. And US Dollar Yen, I think it's also a pullback to 102.35, 40 area. Let's see if we can come back and retest that area up there. Okay, now I'm going to do a video on stocks, so enjoy what's after your weekend and see you then.